Hello everyone. Today we are going to discuss the reverted gear train. This is our chapter number 3rd, that is gear train. In that one, in first lecture we seen that a simple gear train and compound gear train. So today we are going to see the reverted gear train. So see here what is meant by reverted gear train. So this is what a figure. In this figure, this gear 1 will be here. Okay, this gear 1 will be here. This gear 1 will meshes with this gear 3. Okay, again this gear 1 will be meshes to gear 2. Okay, now the gear 2 and gear 3 mounted on the same axle. Okay, see, because of this gear 2, the gear 3 will be rotated. Okay, now this gear 3 will be meshes with this gear 4. Okay, now gear 1 and gear 4 are coaxial, that means are mounted on the same shaft. Okay, so what is meant by reverted gear train? Okay, so this is what a definition of reverted gear train. When the axis of first gear, that is first driver, and the last gear, that is last driven or follower, are coaxial, then the gear train is known as reverted gear train as shown in figure. Okay, so what is meant by a gear train? So see here, when the axis of first gear, so what is the here? Here is what, this is what first gear. Okay, that is what driver. This is first driver. So see here, this gear 3 is also driver, but this is the second driver. Okay, so first driver gear is what, gear number 1, and the last gear, okay, that is what, last driven or follower. Okay, now this gear 2 is also driven and gear 4 will be also driven. Okay, so last driven is what, this gear 4. Okay, are coaxial, that means the first gear and last gear are coaxial with each other, then the gear train is known as a reverted gear train. So see here, this is what gear 1, this is what a first gear. Okay, and this gear 4, this is what last gear, and both are the coaxial. Okay, the axis is what, same. So this is what, this gear train is known as a reverted gear train. This gear 1 is the driver and this gear 4 will be the driven. This is what a reverted gear train. When we see that the gear 1, that is first driver, drives the gear 2. Okay, that is what, first driven or follower in the opposite direction. So see here, this gear 1, this drives this gear 2. Okay, so this gear 2, this is what, gear 1 rotates in this direction, and this gear 2, that is what, rotates in this direction. That means what, exactly opposite that of the gear 1. Okay, this is what a first driver and this is what a first driven, gear number 2. Now see here, since the gear 2 and 3 are mounted on the same shaft, so this gear 2 and gear 3 are mounted on the same shaft, therefore they form a compound gear, and the gear 3 will be rotated in the same direction as that of the gear 2. Okay, so this gear 2 and this gear 3 are mounted on the same shaft. Okay, so this gear 2 rotates in which direction? In same direction this gear 3 also rotates. That means the direction of rotation on the same shaft will be the same. Okay, so gear 2 rotates in the, suppose this is what, a counterclockwise direction, this gear 3 also rotates in counterclockwise direction. That means direction of rotation will be same of gear 2 and gear 3. The gear 3, which is now the second driver, okay, this gear 3 is now what, second driver, drives the gear 4, that is what, last driver or follower, in the same direction as that of gear 1. So see here, the gear 1 is what, first driver, we know that. Okay, this gear 1 rotates this gear 2. Okay, so gear 2 is what, first driven. Okay, because of that this gear 3 rotates. Okay, because the shaft rotates and these two, gear 2 and gear 3, mounted on the same shaft, so this gear 3 also rotates. Because of this gear 3 meshes with this gear number 4. Because of that this gear 3 is what, second driver, and gear number 4 is what, second driven. Okay, so this is what, rotates in what, this gear 3 and gear 4 rotates in what, opposite direction, but we see that the direction of rotation of this gear number 1 and this gear number 4 will be the same, and these are mounted on the same axis. This is nothing but what, a reverted gear train. Thus, we see that in reverted gear train, the motion of first gear and last gear is like. That is what the gear number 1 and gear number 4 are rotates in the same direction. That is what we seen in what reverted gear train. Let's see here. So just assume at T1. That is what T1 is equal to what number of teeth on gear number 1. Okay. The next is what small r1. The small r1 is equal to what p circle radius of gear 1, and see here n1, this n1 is equal to what speed of gear 1 in rpm. Okay, similarly we can state here this t2, capital T2, capital T3 and capital T4 is equal to what number of teeth on respective gears. That means T2 is equal to what number of teeth on gear 2, T3 is equal to what number of teeth on gear number 3, and T4 is equal to what number of teeth on gear number 4. Okay, similarly small r2, small r3 and small r4 is equal to what pitch circle radii of respective gears. That means r2 is equal to what pitch circle radius of gear number 2, r3 is equal to what pitch circle radius of gear number 3, and r4 is equal to what pitch circle radius of gear number 4. And see here again the speed of gear. Okay, now capital N2, capital N3 and capital N4 is equal to what speed of respective gears in rpm. That is what N2 is equal to what speed of gear 2, N3 is equal to what speed of gear 3, and N4 is equal to what speed of gear number 4 in rpm. Okay, so see here, since the distance between the centers of the shaft of gears 1 and 2 as well as gears 3 and 4 is same. Okay, we see that if we see the diagram, okay, in the diagram if we measure or if we see the center distance between the shaft of gears 1 and 2 as well as gears 3 and 4 is same. Therefore we can say here r1 plus r2 is equal to r3 plus r4. This is what equation number 1. Because of that both center distance of same, that is what center distance between gear 1 and gear 2, and again center distance between gear 3 and gear 4 are same. So we can directly state here this r1 plus r2 is equal to r3 plus r4. Okay, also the circular pitch or module of all the gears is assumed to be the same. That means circular pitch or module of the all the gears is assumed to be same. Okay, therefore the number of teeth on each gear is directly proportional to its circumference or radius. That means the number of teeth on each gear, that is what this is directly proportional to what its circumference or radius. That means the number of teeth is directly proportional to what this radius. We know that there is a one relation we already seen. The small r is equal to what m into t divided by 2. Okay, so see here module will be same or circular PC will be the same. Okay, so directly what this t is directly number of teeth is directly proportional to what this r, that is what radius. Now because from this first equation we can state it here this t1, that is what capital T1 plus capital T2 is equal to what t3 plus t4. That means this r1, this is what number of teeth is directly proportional to what this radius. Okay, so instead of r1 we can stay right here t1 plus, and instead of r2 we can write here t2, r3 we can write here t3, and instead of r4 we can write here t4. That means this we got here equation t1 plus t2 is equal to what t3 plus t4. That is what equation number 2. Okay, now see here, therefore speed ratio, we know that the speed ratio is nothing but what product number of teeth on drivens divided by product number of teeth on driver. Okay, this is what a speed ratio we already seen in the chapter number 1, that is what tooth gears. Okay, we seen that the speed ratio, and again this what train value, the train value is exactly reciprocal of this speed ratio. Okay, now speed ratio is nothing but what the product of number of teeth on drivers divided by number of product of number of teeth on drivers. Okay, in the numerator we can take the product of drivens, and in denominator we can take the product of number of teeth on drivens. Okay, sorry, drivers. Okay, so n1 divided by n4 is equal to t2 into t4 divided by t1 into t3. Okay, now t2 and t4 we seen that T1 is what? T1 is what? Driver. So driver is here. T1 is driver. Okay. Now T2 is what? Driven. So this is what in numerator. Okay. Now T3. T3 is what? Second driver. Okay. And because of that, this T4 is what? Second driven. Okay. Now in numerator sign, T2 and T4 are the drivens. Okay. T2 and T4 are the drivens. Okay, this is a product. Okay, and denominator sign, T1 is what? Driver. Again T3 is also driver. This is what a product. Okay, is equal to what? N1 divided by N4. Okay, N1 is what? Speed of the first gear. That is what? This is what a driver, and this is what N4 is nothing but what? The speed of the last gear, and this last gear is N4 gear is what? A driven. Okay, so N1 divided by N4 is equal to what? T2 into T4 divided by T1 into T3. This is what equation number, I assume this is equation number 3. Okay, so from equation 1, 2 and 3 we can determine the number of teeth on each gear for the given center distance, speed ratio and module only when the number of teeth on one gear is chosen arbitrarily. Okay, so we can find out the number of teeth on each gear for the given center distance. That means the center distance is given, speed ratio is given, and module. When again there is must know the one value of teeth. Okay, so the reverted gear trains are used in automotive transmissions, lathe back gears, industrial speed reducers, and in clocks where the minute and hour hand of the shafts are coaxial. Okay, so this reverted gear train is used in what? Automotive transmission system. Okay, this is what a first application. Second is what? Lathe back gears. In the lathe back gears, this gear train is used. Okay, next is what? Industrial speed reducers. In the industrial speed reducers, the reverted gear train is used. Again, in main purpose is what? Clocks. In the clocks, the hour hand and minute hand rotates in same direction. Okay, so if we see that the hour hand and minute hand rotates in same direction, not in opposite direction. Okay, so this is what a main because of that, this to rotate in same direction, we use here the reverted gear train. Okay, this is what applications. Okay, now we are going to see one problem based on this reverted gear train. Okay, I will read the problem. The speed ratio of reverted gear train as shown in figure 13.5 is to be 12. That means speed ratio is given, that is what? 12. Okay, the module pitch of gears A and B is 3.125 mm and of gears C and D is 2.5 mm. That means module is also given. Okay, calculate the suitable number of teeth for the gears. Okay, that means we have to find out the number of teeth for the gears. No gear is to be have less than 24 teeth. Okay, so in previous one we seen that we have to find out the number of teeth in reverted gear train. For that one we must know the speed ratio, we must know the module. Okay, again we must know the at least one teeth, that is what? At least the value of one teeth of one gear. Okay, so see here what they are given in this problem. I will repeat once again. The speed ratio of reverted gear train as shown in figure, that is what? Speed ratio is given, that is what? 12. The module pitch of gears A and B is 3.125. that means module is given, that is MA is equal to MB is equal to what? 3.125. Again the gears C and D is 2.5, that is MC and MD is equal to what? 2.5. Calculate the suitable number of teeth for the gears. That means they ask the number of teeth of gears. No gear is to have less than 24 teeth. That means the number of teeth of the gears must be more than 24. That is what criteria is given. Okay, now first thing, while solving any problem, first thing is that write down whatever data is given in this problem. Okay, so this is what a figure. So see here, this is what a gear A will be here. This is what a driver. Okay, now this gear A and gear B will meshes with each other. Okay, this B and C in contact. Okay, and this C rotates this gear D. Okay, now the A and D are coaxial and B and D are also coaxial. Okay, and this the distance between these two is what? 200 mm. Okay, so see here, I will draw diagram here. This is a gear B. This gear B meshes with this gear, the gear is like that. Okay, this is what a gear A. This gear A meshes with this gear B. Okay, now this is what connected on same shaft. This gear C will be there, and this gear C meshes with this gear D. Okay, and these are the again on same shaft. Okay, now A rotates this B. Because of this B, this C rotates, and this C drives the gear D. Okay, now the distance between C and D, that is what 200 mm. Our distance between A and B is what 200 mm. This is what driver, and this is what the driven. That means A is the driver and D is what the driven. A is the first driver, C is the second driver, B is what first driven, and D is what the last driven. Okay, now see here, first thing is that write down whatever data given. First thing is that they given the speed ratio, that is what NA by ND is equal to 12. Again next is what they are given, the modular pitch of gears A and B is 3.125 mm. That means MA is equal to MB is equal to 3.125 mm. Again next is what gear C and D, the model of gear C and D is what 2.5 mm. That is what MC is equal to MD is equal to what 2.5 mm. That is what a given. So let's see here, NA is equal to what speed of gear A. Okay, now TA is equal to what number of teeth on gear A. Okay, and RA is equal to what P circle radius of gear A. From this one we can again similarly NB, NC and ND speed of respective gears. Respective gears mean NB is equal to what speed of gear B, NC is equal to what speed of gear C, and ND is equal to what speed of gear D. Again TB, TC and TD, that is what TB is equal to what number of teeth on gear B, TC is equal to what number of teeth on gear C, and TD is equal to what number of teeth on gear D. RB, RC and RD is equal to what P circle radius of respective gears. That means RB is equal to what P circle radius of gear B, RC is equal to what P circle radius of gear C, and RD is equal to what P circle radius of gear D. Okay, since the speed ratio between A and B and between the gear C and D are the same, we know that the speed ratio between the gear A and B and between the gear C and D same. Therefore we can directly write down here NA divided by NB is equal to NC divided by ND. Okay, NA and NB will be same, NC and ND will be same, is equal to under root 12 is equal to what 3.464. that is the value. Okay, we know that NA by ND is equal to what 12, so we directly got here what under root 12. Okay, also the speed ratio of any pair of gears in a mesh is the inverse of the number of teeth. Okay, also the speed ratio of any pair of gears in the mesh is the inverse of number of teeth. Therefore TB divided by TA is equal to what TD divided by TC is equal to what 3.464. that is what TB divided by TA is equal to TD by TC is equal to what 3.464. that is what reverse. This is equation number 1. We know that the center distance, that the distance between the shafts, that is what 200 mm. So center distance, how we calculate, how we are going to calculate? X is equal to what RA plus RB or RC plus RD is equal to what 200 mm. But we know that instead of R we can write here R is equal to what M into T divided by 2. Okay, instead of RA we can write here small ma plus into capital TA divided by 2 plus MB into TB divided by 2 is equal to MC into TC divided by 2 plus MD into TD divided by 2 is equal to what 200. Now the model will be same, so with this that will be MA and MB will be same and MC and MD will be same. Okay, 2 will be the common, so directly we got here this MA and MB will be common. Instead of that we can write here MA and MB will be common. Instead we can write here MA into bracket TA plus TB divided by this 2 is equal to what 200. This 2 will be here. Okay, instead we directly write down here this MA into TA plus TB is equal to this 200 into this 2, that is what 400. Okay, again here MC and MD will be same. Instead of 1 we can write MC into bracket TC by TD is equal to what this 200 into 2. 2, that is what 400. So we directly state here MA and MB is equal to what 3.125 into bracket TA plus TB is equal to TC and value of TC and TD, that is what common, that is 2.5 into bracket TC by TD is equal to what 200 into 2, that means 400. Okay, now see here we can written here MA is equal to MB and TC is equal to MC is equal to MD. Okay, now see here TA by TB we can take here first value, this 3.125 into bracket TA by TB, TA plus TB is equal to what 400, and second equation will be the 2.5 into TC plus TD is equal to what 400. So we directly take here his value, TA plus TB is equal to what 400 divided by this value 3.125. So what we got here is what 128. Okay, this is what a TA plus TB. So we can take the value of TA in terms of TB, or we can take the value of TB in terms of TA, whatever may be. This is what equation number 2. Now next is what TC plus TD is equal to what, this 400 divided by 2.5 is equal to what, TC plus TD is equal to what 160. Okay, this is what equation number 3. Now we have taken from equation 1 TB is equal to what 3.464 into TA, that is what, substituting this value of TB in equation number 2, we got here TA plus 3.464 into TA is equal to what 128. Okay, now here is what, get common TA in bracket 1 plus 3.464, that is what 4.464. This is what this 128 divided by this 4.644. So see here, just I will take here. Okay, TA will be common, so what remains here 1 plus this 3.464 into this TA is equal to 128. Now this 3.464 plus 1, so what we got here 4.464, so this comes here, so TA is equal to what 128, this 128 divided by this 4.464 is equal to, we directly got here 28.64. so take number of teeth as a whole number, so this TA is equal to what 28. So put this value in equation number 2 or 1. So we directly got here TB is equal to what 128 minus this 28 is equal to what 100, that means TA is equal to what 28 and TB is equal to what 100. Similarly again from equation 1 we can get here TD is equal to what 3.464 into TC, substituting this value TD in equation number 3. So we got here TC is equal to what 3.464 into TC is equal to what 160. So simply TC is equal to what 160 divided by 4.464. So we directly got here 35.84, that is take as a whole number. So TC is equal to what 36. Again put in equation number 3. So TD is equal to what TC divided by this value. Okay, sorry, whole value TC by TD is equal to what 160. So TD is equal to what 160 divided by TC. So 160 divided by 36, that comes around 124. So here we got value of TA, TB, TC and TD. This is our the main finding. Okay, we are apply here the reverted gear train. So what is the in reverted gear train? The both gears, that is what first driver and last driver are on the same shaft, and the motion of the that is what rotation, sense of rotation will be the same. This is what the main criteria for the reverted gear train. So this is what a finding, we find out the value TA, TB, TC and TD, that is what number of teeth on gear A, gear B, gear C and gear 3. So here our problem is solved.